How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Pixelated Thoughts, and we are back. Everyone's here, relatively healthy, and we're going to be talking about the second season of Twisted Metal, which has just wrapped up. I don't know if the season 3 has been announced, but season 2 just wrapped up a couple weeks ago, and we're going to give our thoughts on it right now. I do want to jump to Brad first because I'm pretty sure Brad had a lot of thoughts on it. as a major Twisted Metal fan, what did you think of the second season?
I actually really liked it. I mean, they
crazy.
I actually really liked the progression of the series. You know, they definitely ended it with the expectation of another season. I'm assuming
For sure.
there'll be at least one more.
Hopefully.
I imagine if they are to succeed in the next season, which would be defeating Calypso, that would be the end of it. I feel like that would be a justifiable end, and like ending his supernatural whatever. But no, they explored a lot of characters. I think they did a good job of doing a low level explanation of each character. Like they gave each character kind of their own little spot. With the exception of the bug lady, I don't think she really. I don't know if they really explained her
Vermin?
much. Vermin,
They
yeah.
gave
My Florida gal.
They gave her like a little bit of backstory, mostly, but it was most like how she tied in with like Mr. Grimm and stuff like that. Yeah, but it wasn't like she was just there to be weird.
So I mean, it was just like the first season. It was just a fun time. It was goofy. It was not serious. None of it. A lot of it didn't make sense. I enjoyed the
preachers,
everything. Yeah.
You saved the baby.
Yeah. Bro, that was crazy.
Save the baby.
All right. I can handle the baby.
Yeah, I can handle the baby. Jack, what about you, man? What'd you think? Better than the first season?
It had a lot more going on, yeah. I definitely echo what Brad had said. The story was pretty good, the progression was good. I enjoyed the what's that? The part where they're at the Diesel City.
Oh,
and then they have a little party in the back room.
That was and Stu's like there randomly just he was kind of winning the entire season. That was
yeah, he was.
I was very shocked about that, how much Stu was winning. Good.
And it still went terribly wrong for him.
It still went terribly wrong for him.
Like, he is still by far the most wronged person in that show. Just every turn, something good happens, then something bad happens.
Absolutely.
But it's rough.
Anything else, Chuck?
Oh no, it was great.
Perfect. Chibi, what about you? What'd you think?
I liked it. I liked it a lot more than the first season. I mean, granted, I still like the first season, but kind of like to their point, I think there was a lot more going on. I really liked them getting into the characters more. I found myself like relating and like really I guess appreciating all of the different characters that you like saw. So like every time one kind of like died or something happened, I got a little sad. But like overall, I thought it was like comically good. I think the pacing was good.
Also felt like a bigger budget.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Significantly bigger.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think like the quality was like
we actually got car combat too, which was great.
A lot more than I thought, like every episode almost.
So I think like you had like someone getting just massacred the entire time. I thought what was interesting was like the kind of swerves they pulled, you know, the preacher stuff, Dollface getting killed, I think like episode 4 or 5.
I was really sad about that.
That was actually really cool. I didn't think they'd actually do that. I was
really sad. Does that actually wait? I can't remember. Like, is that canon or is this like all new territory?
Everything is so there's no real connection in the series.
Yeah, because it's just like a general like.
Yeah, it's just a big tournament. Calypso throws out, and then the winner gets a wish. So it's pretty much based on the character you select. I like the fact that they show that there's like multiple ravens. That was really cool. I thought that was such an interesting kind of swerve because I was like, who's this person? How are they gonna explain it? And it's like there's one raven and there's like multiple ravens. I like the fact that they played into the supernatural, but made you curious if you were fucking crazy because of the way Grimm acted, and you're like, is he just like schizophrenic or something?
I thought he was schizophrenic.
And then
I really did.
And then it turns out that Calypso is really a supernatural being, and he like literally pulled the souls out of Grimm. I thought that was great.
That was pretty cool.
I still like how they did like backed the camera up and showed what everyone else was saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
yeah, that was the funniest part.
And they did that multiple times. That's what I'm saying. Like, they made it seem like okay, we're all just nuts for this going on. Like this is whatever. And then it's like, oh, Calypso's like he's actually a supernatural being. When you find out that I think it was like what the 1600s or something like that when he like came out of the well in Salem and then he tried to pitch Twisted Metal to NBC.
I thought that was really funny. I was like, what?
Yeah,
I thought that was hilarious.
It's like it's reality TV, right? They bring their own vehicles and then they get their greatest wish. Like what if they wish for $1 billion? Like they ask like valid questions too. Like what if they ask for this? Like we can't afford that. It's like that's a good point. You gotta have certain restrictions and stuff.
He's like, you don't have to worry about it.
I mean, honestly, you really don't. But I think that like it's like they took every character, added more to it. I really like John and Quiet's dynamic. How I was like everything was not like super in depth or whatever. It was shallow, kind of surface level stuff. But like the things that like Calypso threw at them as well to kind of make them feel threatened. The stuff at the gym or stuff at the school, that was such a weird episode. And then you had like those fucking like.
I like those.
Brad, are those characters in the immortal like ones, the ones I don't before? Is that in Twisted Metal? I can't remember.
That I'm not sure. I felt like it was a call to something, but I couldn't.
But it was really super. It was super brutal, man. They were just like massacring people.
Man. Probably my favorite or least favorite death in the show was the treadmill.
Oh yeah,
I was just gonna say that. Dude, it was her so face. It was so. I had to skip past it. Like it was making me cringe.
It was interesting because like as you watch the show, if you listen to them talk about their wishes and stuff like that, like I think it was like the 4th or 5th episode when they were on the bus awkwardly and they're like sitting there, and she's like, "Welcome to Twisted. Welcome to the compound. Welcome to the tournament." Like. You look to your left, there's our compound. He's like trying to really sell it. And then they sit down, they start talking about their wishes right afterwards. Almost all of them came true in verse. Like with that one Asian dude who was like, I just want to fly, gets kicked out of a fucking window. Right?
I didn't even think about that.
Frost, whatever her name is, Frostbite wants to feel warmth. She has her head like being like crushed or being like ripped apart by the treadmill. Like, she's like, it burns. All that stuff.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
So all their wishes were technically coming
John
true. Yep.
John
Dollface,
oh my god, that's so true.
With Minion, so all that stuff was coming true. I just thought that was great. I thought that was like really it was
that I really didn't put that together.
Yeah, it was subtle. It was very well done. I like the fact that like every character, I love Axel's character too. Like his interactions with everyone was like the funniest.
I do like his character just fucking chugging.
When John and Axel are, he's like, "Hey, you're good. We killed the racist guy. You can leave now." What?
The little racist guy.
Speak up. I can't hear you. It's like, I know we had our differences. Oh, okay. Yeah. Right, thanks. Good looking out. Agent drives off and shit like that. I was curious to see like what it would look like with him out of the wheels and stuff like that, even though I think it's confirmed he didn't die right at the end. If you watch the last episode,
yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah, well, the after credits show him like when they went back, they show the lab again, and Axel's wheels aren't there or whatever. So the hamster got taken. So I assume he's alive. I just think like Calypso, like Anthony Carrigan. If you ever watch the show Barry, like he's fucking fantastic. He plays NoHo Hank. He's fantastic in this as Calypso. He nails that shit.
Yeah, no, I thought he was a really good like actor. I was like his cadence and stuff.
I was just curious as to how like. When Raven meets him and was like trying to talk shit to him, and he's like, "Raven, do not fuck up my tournament," and like she starts bleeding and his eyes go black. I'm like, I wonder if she sees that, or if it's just like she's just guessing, and like how she's not like curious about how any of the tournament stuff works either, like how he's able to grant wishes. He's just, I was curious how they handle it. I think we talked about that in the episode when we reviewed Twisted Metal, like whether or not they would actually go into the supernatural route. They handled it in the best way possible, I think. They really messed up Stu, man. That was
justice for my man Stu on the moon. Yeah. Like I said, on the moon in the space.
They put it. Space. I want to be. What was it? It's like I want to be with Dave, away from here as far as possible. Yeah, and then like they put him on the space station. Peace. Yeah.
No, I think he said I want to be like somewhere safe away from all of this.
Yeah, and then it was in space. And Dave's dead again. I think he's dead this time. I'm assuming he's dead. Like he has to be.
Mike,
yeah. Dave.
Mike. Mike, my bad. But
yeah, definitely.
I was shocked that he survived when they showed him back. I was like, what is this? Snoozing. I was like, so he just gets slashed in the back, survives it. That's just how that worked. And then he's like, yeah, I met my buddy. He was going to eat me.
Dude, that whole sequence of him like trying to eat fucking
when he tried to eat stew.
When he tried to eat stew. Oh, it was making me cringe, bro. Cannibalism terrifies me.
I love the fact that he like played it off as if he was just like having a good time. And you're just like, this guy is so unsettling because of how like I don't know what the word for it is. Like he's so friendly. And I'm like, there's something off about him. They're like, oh, he was a cannibal. I'm like, I don't know if like he just like
stopped being one.
He stopped being one, but it was convincing though when they were at the school and they were like convincing Axel to like actually talk about his past and stuff like that. And I was like, you know what, this actually kind of
like an AA meeting.
Yeah.
And they were all just sitting in the circle.
Yeah, I mean, it just felt like I was like, oh, maybe this dude's not a bad guy after all. And then I was like, the big swerve was he was still a cannibal, and he was like really mad. He's like, I see what you're trying to do right now.
Yeah. I mean, they foreshadowed it when Axel was tearing up the bodies and blood got on his face.
Oh yeah, that's right. I can't think of anything really bad about this season. I'm trying to like. No, it's just everything was good. Shit. I really do think like my favorite episode is when they actually like kick things off, like the actual entire like tournament when they start shooting at each other. Like I was surprised it was so well done. It was really well choreographed too. Them killing each other in the cars because because like it was such a long setup to kind of get to like the actual start of the tournament. I was kind of surprised to see how it played out, but it was really fun. Plus, they had the Rob Zombie right at the beginning. I was like, dude, the music in this show was fucking fantastic. Like if you're in your late 20s, 30s, like it's fantastic.
See, I liked Calypso's entrance, the long pause and the gates opening.
I love how John's like, we're gonna wait the whole time. Yeah, that's a good ass entrance. It shows the eclipse and stuff like that. That's a good ass entrance, man.
No, I love like that like type of like comedy. I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Also, when he's like, he's like counting down, and everyone's just like sitting there. He's like 9, 8, forces everyone to run into their car, start getting their guns up and stuff like that. But yeah. I also I was pretty shocked about how Grim got done. Like, holy crap, he got murdered. That was brutal. I did not expect Sweet Tooth to do that to him. That was threw him straight into 2 cars. I was like, oh man.
I loved their beef because at first I was like, what the hell happened between you two? Like I thought it was something else, and then he's like, I was the main one at the asylum, and then you came along. I was like, bruh. I was like, this bitch. I was like, bruh.
That's what I'm saying. Like every beef was just like surface level and very goofy. It didn't try to take itself too seriously. Although I mean, I think the most serious thing was probably Dollface getting killed. That was pretty much really it.
Yeah.
And then maybe the reveal of her becoming Minion, like that too. But I love the fact that like. Sweet Tooth getting bodied, by the way, that was also handled very well. Like him getting like punched into the wall. I was like, oh, he's dead.
I don't know how he fucking survived those kicks to the face. I was like, there's no way. Then the body shot was crazy.
I just think he's superhuman. That's like my whole explanation of it. I mean, if Axel can, survive being put in between 2 large heavy tires, like then I assume that he's just superhuman.
And just drink gasoline, bro.
Man, dude, when they were like trying to kill one another, or like they had like it was the second to last mission after the prom or whatever, and they were pulling up each other's names, and then John's like, I can do this. They seemed pretty like relieved to like try to kill one another. I was like, oh my god, man. That was also handled really well too. Like I'm really kind of surprised that like the budget was so well like pumped up as much as it was, and like I would say like some of the only rough part of the CG was like maybe 1 or 2 sections with Axel in it, where it just like they had a wide shot of him, and I was like, that looks kind of rough. But everything else worked out. Like that final section where that missile hit the crowd, that was insane.
Oh my god! So that part was wild to me. I thought the crowd was fake. I did not expect that. And I was like, dude, just imagine like. All the bodies and chaos.
I thought the crowd was fake the entire time, but no, Calypso was just like he's a real psychopath. Like that dude's.
He said, "I will get my Twisted Metal show."
Yeah, I mean, he got it. He nailed it.
Yeah, he did.
You know, honestly, I didn't I didn't think about it. You mentioned that the Playboy guy got his wish by flying out the window.
Mhm.
I just realized almost everyone got their wish.
Yeah, everybody.
I didn't connect that until just now.
Yeah.
And
That's what we were talking about.
yeah,
That's literally what we said 10 minutes ago.
No. It just like I was just going back. Thinking about
He's been processing this for the last 10 minutes.
No,
This man is going through every single character.
I don't-
And he's like, hold on now.
This is why he's been
He's
quiet.
like, no, this
Any-
is why
I
he's
don't
been
even know what y'all
quiet.
been talking about.
And-
I'm assuming we're done with the episode now. But I
Anyone-
just wanted to mention that.
Anyone who threw a coin in the wishing well, with the exception of Sweet Tooth, because he didn't wish for anything apparently, which I thought was
Just
great.
eat in it.
Yeah, I thought it was such a great part of his character. He's like, "What are you guys talking about?" Well, wishes.
Yeah,
What do
why
you
are
mean?
we here?
Stu,
Yeah.
talk to me. He's like,
Yeah.
"That's why we're here. That's why we're here." Tournament's like, I thought he was joking with us. Like, I think that kind of plays into like maybe Sweet Tooth at the end of season 3, if they do go like Twisted Metal Black, like he kills Calypso, and then takes.
Spoiler
over.
alert.
Then he becomes.
I'm
the
sorry, I
greatest
spoiled a
killer.
game that was like 2001-ish.
Fucking good you, bro. I'll
Two-
gut you.
2001-esque.
Bro, I was like a fetus. I was like young.
I do hope that they kind of play more into the supernatural stuff next season, because I'd like to see Grimm return.
I feel like they will. I feel like I'm getting that vibe. Like
Just-
they trickled some of it in. No, we're gonna.
I mean,
more.
they're fully involved, so like they could technically bring back, if they brought Dollface back from the dead. She
Mhm.
got hit with a missile. I'm assuming they can bring back anyone they want, however they want. So that's gonna be interesting. And I do wonder if it's like season 3 will be darker, like much darker, because season 2 had like dark
Mhm.
moments in it, had some really surprising like depth, but like 3 could be, if it is its final season, could be really dark, especially with like Calypso showing his true colors at the end of the season, them essentially branding the Outlander or the Outsiders as like real villains, paying them as terrorists and stuff like that. I think they could really do it. Curious though, because I mean it's John, Quiet, Mayhem, and Stu are like the last 4, right? Essentially.
For the
And
most
then
part, yeah.
Sweet Tooth is with finding
The
his
Outlander.
He goes, my daddy?
I thought his dad was dead. I thought he killed his dad. Did he not chain his pops up? Like it was in the first season where like they went through his background, show him acting. Or was that his stepdad?
So his dad is actually a character in one of the games.
Yeah. No, that I do know, but I thought
Yeah,
that his
yeah,
dad was in. Matt, look that up. Wonder if that's the case. Let's see. If it was it Marcus Kane? Oh, stepfather. It was a stepdad. So his dad exists. So I wonder how that's gonna work out. Yeah, I mean they can do whatever they want, honestly. I mean they don't have to necessarily, if the ratings were good for the second season, my assumption is that potentially we can get like what do you think, Brad? Like 3 to 4-ish? I don't know how long you could stretch this out. Like
Yeah, so like once again, I think they've progressed very well, right? The first season they set up the tournament, the second season they did the
Right.
tournament,
Did
third
the-
season it's the fallout of the tournament, right? So I'm assuming at the end of the season they defeat Calypso, they stop it. I don't know if they can stop Calypso and then like resolve the whole nation's,
issues with one another.
yeah, like with the inner cities and the outsiders or whatever. So I don't know if they could do all that in one season, but I think it would be. I feel like one more good season. Maybe they introduce a few more characters that they haven't. I don't know how many left they have because they've introduced a lot.
And they
But,
just keep killing them off, man.
So it's I feel like if you bring back a character 4 or 5 times, it's like all right, you're just in it for the money at this
Yeah, we're
point.
milking it. I mean, I because like especially with like how fast the season went too, like it was
Yeah.
very brisk because it's only 25-minute episodes or whatever. I think like let's say Sweet Tooth kills Calypso, and then he takes over the tournament, and then I think like the final season could be like John and Quiet or whomever killing Sweet Tooth or Stu. Let it be Stu. I mean, all signs are pointing to Stu being the hero of the show. That's just my whole thing.
Bet you he gets a monster truck next season though.
You don't think that?
I think he gets a monster truck.
Something.
He's supposed to have a monster truck.
Stu
and he just has a.
Stu Mike had a monster truck.
I can't remember. I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong on that.
They had like a Cadillac, right? Didn't they have a Cadillac and stuff like that? Because they were like, they were just like hip hop caricatures, basically, and stoners, if I remember right. Yeah, I mean, like, I honestly didn't expect also for them to kill as many characters as they did. Like when they killed Grimm in the way, I was like, oh shit, they killed Grimm. They killed Raven. I kind of expected Raven to make it out. I really liked her character. I thought she was great. I didn't expect Vermin to make it at all. Although it was funny to see her like last as long as she did.
Bro, my Florida trash. Also, when she came on, I said it's Brad Scott.
Also, Vermin is played by Lisa Gilroy, and she's fucking gorgeous. It is crazy how ugly they made her in this show. Yeah, she's a comedian, and I was like, Lisa. I was like, that person looks familiar.
Let me see.
Like her voice. Oh, Lisa Gilroy.
Lisa Gilmore.
Gilroy. Gilroy. I was very surprised when I was like, "That's."
Oh wow!
Yeah, yeah. The makeup on that was fantastic.
Oh, that's crazy. No, she was really good too. I loved her character. Like very eccentric. Like
very like wild. It's the most awkward character. It's like, you're making fun of me. I could be part of the cool girls club with her, with Quiet and Raven. Raven's character like the entire time was great. Just like this, like bitchy, like leave me alone.
Just because she was a goth girl, wasn't she?
The goth girl, 100%. Like, me and Jack I text Jack like, yeah, dude, the goth mommy was there. He's like, yeah. I mean, it's truth.
Yep.
I'm trying to think like what else. Like, oh, the other crazy part was like the Harold. Like we got like more in depth of the Sweet Tooth, how Harold. He actually saw he sees everyone else as a paper bag, but Harold as a person. That was crazy. Mm-hmm. And it I still think the reason why I love like Calypso's character so much is like he's so committed to everything he does. Mm-hmm. Everything. And then when he gets like to the wishing well, when he goes on the trial, he's like, you were bit.
I love that part.
You were bit. If you're not a cannibal, like, how does the bite mark not fit that? He's like, yeah, he bit me though. He's like, He's like, Grimm, you don't. Like,
he discovered you were eating people.
Yeah, he discovered, and you killed him more. He tried really hard to like break that logic down. He was right, but it was just the wrong character. And
he's like, we could have avoided all this if you would have just told me that he was a cannibal.
Yeah, dude, that's a good point, by the way. Like, that is an excellent point. And then, what else did he do? We talked about Harold. He's like, Grimm, you killed Harold. Yeah. I told you you can't kill people. He's like, Harold is a bag. Like, Harold is not real. He is crazy.
No, and I love when he was just like, Sweet Tooth was like, I could go like all like my whole life talking about him, and he's like, you have a minute. He's like, oh, okay.
You have a minute. And then, dude, when he was like pulling the souls out of Grimm, and then he's like, nothing but well, and I was like, dude, this dude is like, he's so completely unhinged, but somehow he's like lovable somehow. Like, Anthony,
no, I really did like his character.
Yeah, like, I mean, it was like you go from like the right amount of seriousness. And I like the fact that like John met him earlier, but he can't remember him, right? Mm-hmm. I thought that was really cool. He's like, I'm gonna have this really big tournament, like everyone's gonna know my name, and it's like, what? It's like Calypso's real, and I was like, I think they did that in Twisted Metal, like the first season, like it was like rumored, wasn't it, Brad? Like Calypso was like the things that he could do, like his wishes and stuff. It was something like that, and then like
yeah.
It started to like really dive into like the awkward, weird, obscure, and like Twisted Metal 2, and then it didn't get serious until Black. For some reason, like when they got to the PlayStation 2, like Sony completely rebranded how Twisted Metal worked. Like it was kind of funny and awkward, and had like a lot of like, oh, if you have a wish, it's gonna like backfire on you. That's how all that stuff worked. And then they get to Black, and it's like, it doesn't matter what you want. Like, you are gonna get the absolute worst for yourself. Like, I think Sweet Tooth, like, essentially, because like in the show, you know, he only like lights his head on fire like when he's getting ready to fight. But like in like Twisted Metal, his head is already on fire. And so like one of the wishes was like get it out or something, like to put it out. But like I think there's one thing where he like lights his whole body on fire or something like that. It's like, it's insane, like dark and messed up. And then, you know, I think Dollface was introduced in Twisted Metal Black. That's why I thought it was going to be a lot darker than what it was. But you know, we still have like a lot of unresolved plots, right? The outsiders and stuff like that, breaking down all the walls. I am curious to see like if Calypso just maybe he hedges next season. It's like, hey, let's have another tournament, like winner take all type stuff.
With the PlayStation 3 reboot, I know I didn't play it, but I know that game was like based off of factions. So like Sweet Tooth had his own like faction of clowns. And Dollface had the dolls or whatever. So I wouldn't be surprised if they leaned more into that, because I know Dollface already had her faction of dolls, but I wouldn't be surprised if, because of the cities, coming outside, that there's like this like grand war that they participate in and try to draw out Calypso somehow. That might be some way how that goes. I don't know.
That could work. Yeah. I just think like this is probably the most surprising adaptation. I think like the first season got like 74% Rotten Tomatoes. Like critics were like, "Oh, this is pretty good. It's pretty fun." And this season got like 92% or something like that. So the increase in quality shows, right? Anthony Mackie is, a really good lead. He's very funny like the entire time. Like I don't think he had like a bad scene. I really like the fact that they kind of dug into like his life after the first season. Him essentially just like reading his sister's diary, like getting really caught up in like teen fiction. Just like
Babysitter's Club.
Yeah, he's like,
come on, it's relatable.
He's like looking for the book. He's like, did I just skip a book? Who the hell is this? He starts like going through it. His plan to escape was also really funny, right? Where he lures that one guy, like he's like taking a shower. He's like, why are you naked? He's like, I can't take a shower with clothes on. That don't make no sense. It just felt like. What's up?
One scene that I think could have been left out is the whole baby scene.
Oh,
big baby with the umbilical cord.
Nah, dude, that scene was fantastic. I love that so much because Sweet Tooth the entire time wanted to be the #1 killer, right? He wanted to be the #1
guy.
Like,
trying to find...
you ain't no trash man.
Like, what? There's another one. There's another one. Who the hell's a trash man? You're dead, baby. Was he strangles him with the umbilical cord? Gets done.
Yeah.
He's like, oh my god. He's like, it's just not good, Stu. He's like, why? I was like, what's wrong? It's like, there's another one. There's another guy above me. Trash man. I'm shocked they didn't introduce that guy during the season. That would be great. Just kind of like a whole subplot of him like just going around finding like the worst serial killers in like the in this post-apocalyptic world.
Oh, maybe they'll make a callback in season 3.
That'd be hilarious. What happens if it's like his dad?
He's actually the good guy of the series. He's just going around killing all the bad guys.
Yeah, he's killing all the bad guys. So
he's like, wait, no.
He's just like, dude, it's just the way they treat Sweet Tooth. Like he's literally, when he wants to be, when he locks in, he is terrifying, right? The way he talks about stuff, like especially like the way he beefed with Grimm. It was kind of like everyone else was having a good time, but when those two talked, it was like real menacing. But he's like in Diesel Town. He's like, can we buy these rockets? Hey, Stu, look at my cape.
Yeah.
You're like, dude, I'm supposed to fear this character, and somehow he just shows up. Or also when he's talking to Dollface, he's like, hey, listen, I have one person with me, but I could have another. like we could make this thing, and then they start fighting each other and stuff like that. I was like what the hell, dude? He just handled his character so well. Like I was pretty surprised by just how everything kind of like put together, even without like especially when you watch the trailer, like why are they in high school? Why are they at prom? Like how is this gonna fit? And it just turns out I think like Calypso is just, he's not only messing with people, right? We get that, but he also really does want to put on a show. Like I think that was like his whole intent the entire time was to be popular, which is weird, right? That's like a weird deep-seated like
he wants neuroses. To be seen.
Yeah, I mean he wants to be known that he's real. So I do wonder like if we'll get more information about his character, because he just appears out of a well. So, who is he? Like, what does he actually do? It's like I'm trying to think of like what's a fabled character that actually does something that's similar to him, like Grant's Wishes, but it's like in reverse. It's not Rumpelstiltskin.
I was gonna say he reminds me of Rumpelstiltskin. That's what I was thinking. It's not that, but that's who he was reminding me
Santa
of.
Claus.
Santa Claus.
Yes.
He's Krampus.
Krampus.
He's evil Santa Claus, man. I mean, is there any characters, Brad, that you want to see in the from Twisted Metal in the next season? Any character you think of?
I mean, I feel like they really hit the high points with like the major characters. Axel, Sweet Tooth,
I just want Grim back,
the
man.
Preacher. Yeah, the Preacher.
The Preacher baby.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Comes back as a teenager.
Oh yes, that'd be great. Yeah, because he's Calypso's, right? He's under Calypso's wing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got the wish. He'll want for nothing. So the Preacher.
I knew Brad was thinking about that too, man. He'll want
like, dude. It just I was like it made sense.
The moment I said it, I was like, I watched Brad's face the entire time to see if he could get it, and like he was like, I knew he was looking everything up too. This man went deep into research mode. He was like, hold on, like, is he telling the truth? I'm like, everything. I'm serious. You can just
literally, man was so quiet the whole time.
You can watch it. You can watch it. Like,
no, you're so right. Yeah.
Every single wish that they like at least talked about, they brought up.
There was a character that had a hearse, and I don't remember who it was.
I thought that was Preacher.
No, he drove an El Camino. I'm pretty sure.
I have to look that up too.
I might be wrong on this.
Character with a hearse. Twisted Metal. Stop that. Let's see. Shadow.
Mortimer. So the hearse is Shadow.
Yeah.
Mortimer is the character.
Right. We also got Quadrant, which was cool. Like Mayhem driving the car and stuff like that.
I did like Quadrant. That was cool.
Thought that was neat. Quattro, I'm sorry. Quattro's in
Quattro. Listen, I went off of what Ken said.
Bro, it's been like 3 weeks.
I knew it was a qua. I knew it was a qua.
It was actually, in the game, it was like a hover vehicle.
Yeah.
It was not. It was a high-tech vehicle, like a futuristic vehicle, not just a bug or whatever that was, or Audi or what. I don't know vehicles. Whatever that vehicle was, it was not that one.
Just a nice car with an AI. Yes. Basically, that's what that is. Let's see. You know what? I can see Mike coming back, by the way, as to mess with Stu. Yeah. If they brought Minion, if they brought Dollface back as Minion, I could see Mike being brought back as something to kind of haunt Stu the entire time. Give some type of inner conflict, because Sweet Tooth is obviously going to look for revenge against all of them, right? I assume he becomes more unhinged when he meets his dad after he solves his daddy issues or whatever. However he does that, I assume that's going to happen. I wonder if like the other Ravens get involved, like someone has to take over the moniker. They just like introduce a new Raven. That would be like an easy.
Murder crew. Just all the Ravens.
Yeah, just. Yeah.
Oh, true. The murder to the flock of ravens, bro, or called them. Oh, is that crows?
Dude, man, it's a murder of crows.
It's crows. Oh, fuck.
It's close enough.
It's close enough. But yeah, I mean, I was still blown away that I was like, Nev Campbell's not back. Who the hell is this character, dude? And they're like, oh, we have all these Ravens, and like everyone liked her because she's the attractive one. I was like, oh, that makes sense. That's fantastic.
Rob Zombie was a playable character, so if he shows up, hey, why not?
Yeah, can we dude? When they played Dracula, I was like, this song kicks so much ass, dude. And I was like, why? Because I was like, where's Rob Zombie? Is he not? I thought he was one of the characters, by the way. I thought he was the dude who got killed like in the beginning of the tournament when they shot each other. The old guy, the bounty hunter. I thought that was him. I expect that to be him. I was like, that's not Rob Zombie. That's sad. But yeah, there's a bunch of directions the show can go into. I'm very, very pleasantly surprised that season 2 was far better than the first one in terms of like depth and comedy and stuff. Let's go, JB.
What was the time difference between season 1 and season 2? Like, how long did it take to produce?
Like a year.
Oh, okay, so maybe season 3.
Yeah, 2023 to 2025.
Oh, so like 2 years.
I mean, I expect that takes a lot of setup, dude. A lot of stunt.
No, I mean for sure. Yeah, I'm just sad. It's so good. I really do want season 3.
Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, I think. I mean, I'm just interested to see what they do next season. I know Axel should come back. But yeah, like I said, they're probably gonna. I mean, they could bring characters back from the dead. I don't think they should do it repetitively. I agree with Brad when he said that. I was like, you could probably bring back 1 or 2. That would make sense. I think Grim coming back would be cool.
Yeah, when it gets old.
Like, I mean, because I think all the souls were thrown into the well, so technically Calypso owns the soul, so he could just put them back into a body, and then it could be another version of Grim, like another version of Raven, So there's a lot
that is the spirit.
Yeah,
Grim.
Not the spirit.
He's an actual Grim Reaper.
I mean, the choreography in this was so good. Like, I mean, that when they had that opening tournament fight scene when Sweet Tooth is shooting all the missiles out and Grim deflects one with his scythe, I was like, okay, we're cooking here. Like, they understand like how the show should go. It should be crazy, a lot of weird shit happening, right? So I just wonder how much crazier it'll get. Like, I do think the faction stuff would be cool if like they introduce like a Sweet Tooth's dad, and then they bring in like he creates a new faction, and it becomes like the clowns, right? Because they idolize Sweet Tooth. Because like when you saw the crowds, they did that, right? The crowds did the same thing. I thought that was really interesting.
Well, they're all dead now.
But no, I mean, well, they're all dead. Yeah. I mean, I thought that was fake, right? I thought it was like, oh, maybe the crowd's an illusion, and then a missile hit, and I was like, oh, it's real. There's bodies everywhere. So completely wrong. Jack, is there anything you want to see in season 3? Just another goth mommy, you know?
Yeah, another goth mommy. I definitely like to see where Stu's story goes. I have a feeling that Mayhem isn't going to be in the story too much for the next season.
I think she's going to be a vital point of the story.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, she's a very critical character, so I assume.
Yeah, true.
Right? You have, I think John and Quiet, like, the way they handled taking a large ensemble cast, knowing that John and Quiet are the two main characters, when they introduced new characters, they were quick to like whittle down the cast in like realistic ways, right? Dollface was the biggest swerve of the season, right? Her getting killed early really established like an emotional core for John, especially because he couldn't recover from like the PTSD, right? When he couldn't drive at the beginning. So I was like, they did a good job at that. But I think Mayhem, the way they treat her, she could be set up as a character who like gets killed next season, right?
Yeah.
As something that like deeply affects Quiet because there's like a clear attachment there. And
Yeah.
John too, because John's obviously attached as well. But I think there's like some parts where you're kind of pushing that too far forward. I think they do introduce new characters and kill them.
I'm not saying that, her role is not going to be significant, but I don't think she's going to be one of the ones that lasts throughout the season.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, she kind of has like, especially with the way they've set up Stu, but she kind of has like the word character sacrifice kind of written on her head and stuff like that. Especially because Axel also has a connection with her. That's the baby he saved. Did everyone put that together, right? All right.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
I got that one.
There you go, Brad. I was hoping. I knew when I brought up the wish thing, I knew it'd probably surprise Shivi a little bit. But Brad, I knew it would get Brad. Brad's like, wait a second.
I know Stu got his wish.
Yeah,
I know Stu got his because he won.
Exactly.
Right. Like that one was. It took me a second to figure that one out too, because like, how did he get in the space station? I was like, wait, he has to be there.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Wow.
Like I didn't know he was an astronaut too. Man, Stu is.
Listen, it took him 6 months. It took him 6 months to help navigate down, crash into the Great Lakes, and then somehow I guess he swam himself to shore.
Dude, Stu is on some side quest. Like I would love to see how he got back to Earth.
Stu is that guy. Well, they handled it well because all they did was just like have him talk about it, right? But he also talked shit about how much of a good shot he was until he couldn't shoot Minion because he didn't rack the rifle back. He's like, oh yeah, that didn't work out, and they left him. But yeah, I would be shocked if like season 3 ended the entire series. I mean, they absolutely could, but I do think like 2 more seasons and then we're good to go. I do think Sweet Tooth ends up being the ultimate villain. I think that would be great. Maybe, I mean, it would be awkward to kill him off.
I could see him taking like the mantle or whatever. Right.
We could
starting his own or whatever.
Pull a little Twisted Metal Black. He actually wins it. Talks to Calypso. Says, you know what, man? I don't want you to do any of that stuff for me. Stabs him. Takes over the tournament. Makes it more chaotic. Makes it harder for like John and Quiet and like the dolls to actually do what they want, or just throws like straight chaos in, and then they all have to band together to take down Sweet Tooth because he is a force of nature. So, and plus a character like that who's apathetic toward everything, it would be very difficult to take him down because, there is no low for Sweet Tooth, right? We've established that. Dude strangled the dude to death with his umbilical cord, which was brutal. All right, so Twisted Metal season 2, everyone, thumbs up. right? Big surprise. I did want everyone to watch, and this is not a game, but I did want everyone to watch Alien Earth, like the next Pixelated Thoughts episode, because this is the final episode for the first season tonight. And I've been trying to get Jack to watch it because I know Jack likes horror, and October, obviously Halloween. So I do want to watch Alien Earth and talk about it because I love this show. It is probably one of the biggest surprises. I honestly thought that it would have been a bust, that it was going to be really bad. I love Noah Hawley. He's the creator of Fargo. But I've watched I want to say there's 3 to 4 episodes in Alien Earth that feel like a movie, that are scripted like a film, and they are fantastic. It's really good. So it's on FX or Hulu, whatever. So check it out. I think we can discuss that because, we'll probably take a hiatus when Brad's gone. And then for the anime stuff, I don't know. I don't know what we should do with Jack because the man can't follow assignment. He struggles really hard to do this shit. So, all right. Here's what I say.
I keep myself busy.
I saw you on Borderlands, fam. Calm down.
Yeah, I can't play games if I'm watching a single anime the whole time.
Yeah, even Chibi's face. I think. All right, Brad. What do you think?
I was say we do an end of the year palooza, right? Mm-hmm. Where we actually you have another 2 months to finish 12 episodes.
Here's what upsets me. Here's what upsets me. Is that I told Brad this. I'm like, I hate when you're right. The moment we said Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Brad goes, he's not gonna watch that, dude. And I said, nah, dude, he's got time. It's a staple in anime. It is widely considered like the best anime by a lot of people. I was like, there's no way he fumbles this. I was wrong. Brad was 100% right. And I'm ashamed.
You can't say this, Ken. You can't say this.
I have to say it. Because Brad, he immediately messaged me. He's like, he's not going to watch it, dude. And I was like, impossible.
It wasn't that I didn't watch it. I did watch it. I just didn't watch all of it.
It's like a slow drip feed. And one episode every 3 weeks.
Jack said, I need it now.
One episode every 2 weeks,
We should do micro episodes where we review one episode every.
we could literally do one episode a time, and it would still probably be a struggle for some.
We're like, all right, Jack, give us a recap. What did you watch this week?
My memory's like a goldfish. Exactly. That's why it's going to be really hard to remember this entire fucking season.
That's what we need to do. Every 2 episodes, I need you to give me a 2-minute summary of how you felt about it, and then we just do a supercut at the end, and then we just upload that.
Yeah.
And then
send voice memos
and then what we do is that me, Chibi, and Brad, we react to it.
Wait, that's actually really funny. You should do that, Jack. After every 5-10 episodes, literally just record a synopsis and your reaction, and then we should do our reaction video too.
So I was thinking, I was like, my god. But I think for the next Pixelated Thoughts, we could watch Dandadan season 2.
Okay,
that just wrapped up.
I started watching that.
It's fantastic. This man's jumping between animes. Can't finish the one we gave him. He's watching. I know what you're watching. You're watching
to watch the shorter ones because I can remember that.
You're watching Kaiju number 8. I know you're watching season 2. Don't lie to me.
I haven't watched it
yet. I actually just started.
I haven't watched it yet.
I haven't been able to watch it.
So he started Dandadan. He was told to watch To Be a Hero X, which just finished. I think that one's really
I gotta finish that one. I love that one.
I didn't know that was on my list.
There's dude, Livid told you. Livid was the one who brought it up during Borderlands.
Yeah. I thought this was from the podcast crew.
I also recommended it though.
Yes,
I also recommended it before.
Correct. All right,
but
so
I don't know if anybody was listening.
I say we do Dandadan season 2, right? And then I agree with Brad. and Chibi. I don't know if he's gonna do the 5-minute synopsis. That's not gonna work. I do think though, Jack, by December, by December, the goal should be Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and then we can all talk about it. Because I like.
Okay.
Yeah. Send us weekly updates.
Send me. This is like homework from a college professor. Now listen, your grade right now.
It's a senior thesis right now. It's a senior thesis.
Yeah. This is a 50-page essay. You have 5 pages. Like, we gotta get rolling on this project. All right, so Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood by the end of the year, which is hilarious that we have to give you 6 months to watch anything. We'll do Danger Dan Season 2 next week before, we go on a mini hiatus. And then when Brad does eventually come back, we'll do Alien Earth, because that'll be at the end of October. And that'll be enough time for you guys to kind of process some of those episodes. They are an hour long, and they are graphic in nature in terms of some of the violence. Like,
what is that on?
How many episodes?
Hulu.
8. Hulu.
Yeah, this
Hulu.
Episode 8 is tonight. My buddy and I, we've been talking about it nonstop. He'll message me, "Did you watch that shit?" And I'm like, "Yes, it is fantastic. I recommend everyone watch it." I think that's good. Does anyone have anything they're doing for the Halloween, horror stuff?
I'm gonna try to stream horror games the whole time.
You need to beat Silent Hill too.
Me too.
Yeah. Well, fucking Borderlands came out, and I had to transition to that, so I didn't get left behind.
Bro, I'm going through games. I beat Silksong, that game is hard as shit. I beat Silksong. I'm about to beat Silent Hill F, which, by the way, that game is fantastic.
Silent Hill F is out?
Yeah, it's out. I pre-ordered that
spooky
months ago. Honestly, it's not a scary game. It is, the atmosphere is creepy. It reminds me of a ton of Japanese horror films, The Grudge, Ju-on, that type of stuff. Yeah. It is I got reached a part of the story where I was like, this really fucked with me. That was really shocking. Did not expect that at all. And apparently, according to people I've talked to, it's you have to do, who got to review the game, they said that you have to do multiple runs to actually get to the actual ending of it, which I like. So, was it made by Team Bloober? And then I'm also going to try out Chronos. I think that's what it's called. It's a new horror. It's the new horror game by Team Bloober, Jack. Apparently it's very difficult in regard to resource management, survival horror. You have to be smart with how you kill enemies, because they will merge with others. So if a monster sees one on the ground dead or whatever, and you didn't burn it to death, it will merge with it to create a super monster. Yeah. And I think they can do it I think they said a max 3 times they can upgrade, so you can end up fighting a boss while going through an area randomly because you didn't burn a body. So that seemed pretty cool. So yeah, some horror stuff. What other games you gonna play, Jack?
Martha is Dead, but I might have to put a warning on it.
Oh yeah, definitely. you cannot play that game. I'm surprised.
It's very it's Unalive centric, I think. Right?
Oh, interesting.
Man, the algorithm don't care about us, bro.
I was Googling that. That was scary.
Yeah, Martha. I think that came out last year. Guilt.
Yeah, I think so. Guilt.
When did Guilt come out?
I think you told me to play Guilt.
Yes. Oh, that's right. There's another game that just came out, dude. It's $20. It's a text-based game where you're inspecting people that come to your home or whatever. It's a post-apocalyptic, and people want to stay with you, but you have to inspect whether or not they're a monster and make a determination. It looks really cool, very interesting. And apparently, you can do it's multiple endings, and let's say you don't let anybody in, you can eventually get attacked or something like that. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, a lot of good Halloween stuff.
I got Paranoia Place and Welcome to Kowloon.
Welcome to Kowloon.
Those are 2 other horror games.
Right. Oh yeah, didn't that just come out too? Welcome to Kowloon, I think.
Yeah, I think recently.
I don't know if Paranoia Place did, but
yeah, I don't know if Paranoia Place is gonna last long, but I'll give it a try.
Brad, are you gonna play any horror games, buddy? He won't. That's fine. He'll just be busy playing Final Fantasy Tactics. The Evilise Chronicles.
Dude, that is very true.
I'll be playing the shit out of that game.
The darkest game I'll probably play is The Beast with the
Dying Light. The Beast. By the way, Dying Light the Beast, really good game. It is, if you like the Dying Light series. So the first game, widely considered by a lot of people to be the best in the series, right? Because of just how great the co-op was and how scary the game was at night. Because for Chibi, have you ever heard Dying Light? Yeah, so basically the daytime zombies, whatever.
They made me play the prologue.
Yeah, and then you get to fight the volatiles.
You can tell how that went.
Yeah, so Dying Light 2 comes out, and people were excited because it had been, I think, 6 years since the sequel, or since the first game came out, and it was not well received because lot of weird changes. Nighttime did not feel threatening, that type of stuff.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Dying Light the Beast removes all that. It literally feels like the first game, but far more graphic. And they do a number of things to kind of tie like certain loose ends up, and they kind of bring back the main character from the first game, which was interesting. Crane, Kyle Crane, and then it is one of the most graphically violent games I've ever played. Like seriously, and there is like an actual option to like turn down the brutality for streaming, because like when you hit something with a pipe, like it will expose brain and stuff like that.
Oh,
yeah, it is like you can knock jaws off in that game.
Oh,
like
thank you.
The damage modeling is very, very impressive. I was actually shocked. It's like Resident Evil 2 remake quality, where like you hit somebody and like if it looks like the skin just kind of falls off, that's exactly how that works.
That's pretty cool,
dude. Yeah, I'm having a good time with it. But next episode, Pixelated Thoughts, Alien Earth, and then Dan season 2, because that wrapped up last week, I think. So Chi was gonna watch Infinity.
I'm a couple episodes in on that.
Yeah, Chi was gonna watch Infinity Castle, Demon Slayer. She'll tell
tomorrow,
and she'll tell us all about it. I've seen it. Jack's probably gonna watch it. Brad won't. I don't think Brad's even watched anything in Demon Slayer. I don't remember.
Well, Chainsaw Man's coming out soon too.
Chainsaw Man's already out in theaters in Japan.
Is it already out?
Yeah. I need the Pochita popcorn bucket. Send it to me, please.
Yeah.
I need it.
Yeah, the
when does it come out here?
I have no idea. I don't know if it's gonna come out like in theaters in the US. It might. I'm assuming. It's kind of weird that they're having that be an arc, being its own standalone movie, because I don't know how they're going to handle the rest of the arc, because it jumps immediately into the final like part of Chainsaw Man Part 1. So I have no idea how that's going to work out, but yeah, I'll look it up and I'll tell you. But that's going to do it for this episode of Pixelated Thoughts. Thanks everyone for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Watch Twisted Metal Season 2 if you haven't watched Season 1. I mean, watch the whole thing. It's fantastic. All right, we'll talk to you guys next time. Bye, everybody.